Growing up in a small town, I learned that connections go beyond blood. They're built through shared experiences, friendships, and the moments we celebrate together.
I hope that's not a dirty word for most of your listeners.
Yeah, California.
For local here, coming from California, I was born in what I consider an agricultural town, and they met at BYU. And my dad, the story that I was told was he wasn't super fond of snow and shoveling snow. And yeah, parents are passed away, so I'm an orphan. And then put them under the light, and all of the colors of the minerals were intriguing to me. The patterns of what makes up rocks on the microscopic scale was fascinating. I'd never done anything like that, never seen anything like that. And I thought, okay, this looks like this could be a lucrative career. And then the RCRA, the Resource Conservation Recovery Act, and then CERCLA, Comprehensive Environmental Response Compensation and Liability Act. And then as we got more educated and understood and saw problems, I think that's when environmental regulation took hold. And I am the director of the Division of Environmental Response and Remediation. Utah takes that seriously. We want Utah solutions to Utah problems. We actually certify clandestine drug lab certification specialists. First and foremost is protectiveness, right? Protectiveness to human health and the environment. And then if there's an opportunity for redevelopment, certainly that's a key component, because no one wants a site that just sits fenced and has no redeeming value at that point. And then also what's called brownfields, which if we can take and preserve greenfields by rehabilitating and redeveloping brownfields, then we're not giving up good ground and making it worse. We're actually taking bad ground, making it better, and utilizing it for purposes. Now, if there's projects that come in and ultimately they're managed poorly, and there are releases that aren't handled by some of the other environmental programs,
then
there's a chance it might become a Superfund site. We don't hope for that. Is the ethic in our division is we're always looking to see what can we do. What are the solutions that we can bring that are, one, going to be protective, but two, it's a real concern if you're a business that you don't want to be bankrupt over environmental concerns, but really we're not going to reduce the standard of protectiveness. That's our goal. And I think the biggest thing we can do is educate people, right? There's a lot of fear of things, and I get it.
If you want the best environment, just no people, no job, no company, right?
I can tell you I'm here to help it. I know that in other areas of government that probably hasn't seemed very true. And we carry a lot of weight as voters. And that's, I internalize that. And that's a lesson I learned as a youth, the power of the vote, right? One vote. So she always said, don't ever underestimate the power of your vote. And I just think that was an important lesson that my mother taught me at a very young age, is the power of the one. As soon as I feel I'm not adding value, I hope I have the self-awareness to say, no, time to let somebody else take this on. If you read online social media stuff, you come away wondering, really, do people really think the Planning Commission is in developers' pockets? And they're not. I was lucky to get a bottle of water, and so it was approved. And this one particular community member, as they were walking out, yelled over their shoulder about us being baby killers. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to be mean about it. We don't have to be threatening. Let's try to understand, because I learned. If I'm speaking, I'm not learning. Do I think government interference to change that is the way to go? I'd rather let the market work that out. Oh, you can't build there unless it's 12 units per acre or whatever. Does that make it affordable? No, I think it artificially presses the price upward. But then I just continued to teach, and because I enjoy teaching. I love when the light goes on for somebody.
Because without a challenge, it's just, sure, you make money, but there's more than life than money.
And I think there's some truth to that, right? I firmly believe that each of us living our lives are like a thread in a tapestry, and we get interwoven by the things we choose to do and also by a guiding hand somewhere else, and our lives interact. And at the end of the day, at the end of life, we've been a contribution, one thread, what hopefully is a beautiful tapestry that stands as a legacy. And I firmly believe that. I don't believe that chance encounters are coincidence. I can say I failed at this, I failed at that, I failed at this, and failed at that, but the lesson is still underlying that I'm still trying. And it racks my brain. What did I say? What did I do that they feel that strongly? And they felt like they needed to send me a letter. So all is not lost. And if in that process someone else feels differently, then that breaks my heart. But you mentioned that I have been close to greatness, but never really risen to greatness.
Most of us are very ordinary, and most of us don't ever rise to a title that says, the world says you're important. But I think what you're showing is a lifetime of service, Brent, where you've done And service is broad, right? My daughters played lacrosse, and they said that with defense, they were mostly on defense, and the only time defense even gets noticed is when they're not doing a good job, when they get scored on and stuff. Offense gets noticed all the time. They're scoring, they're doing the stuff, but defense, it's only if they don't do their job sometimes.
I'm a guy that's doing his job. And
Yep.
I really don't have anything extraordinary to share or whatever, but if it gives hope to the other ordinary Joes out there that you can be ordinary and live a good life, then maybe that's a good thing.